Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Angst, but you can call me Katie. This is the Check It Out video for September 2017. Now this video is a few days late. I've been doing a lot of pre-recording to get through the holidays as I have family coming and staying for the better part of a month. So I didn't want to leave you guys hanging and come out with a lot of late content while they're visiting. And I don't want to be a butthole who's recording while my family is here. So I'm trying to get some stuff done, get you guys some cool newer content, but also get it done early. If that makes sense, that better make sense. Now, not everything I'm doing will be pre-recorded. A lot of what I'm doing is only going to be a couple weeks pre-recorded so that it's very current and up to date, but stick with me, it'll all be better come January, I promise. So, this month, last month, I had a lot of cool stuff, so let's just dive right into it. As always, in the description below, you guys can find viewing links, product links, information links, etc. to whatever I'm talking about in the video. Things such as Hulu and Netflix, you'll be linked directly to the page for that thing wherever I happen to be viewing it. If it's available on both, I may not know. If it becomes unavailable several months from now, my apologies. And if you don't have Netflix or Hulu, but I link something for them, I'm sorry that you don't have Netflix or Hulu to watch these. So, let's begin. Kicking off our list is none other than the 2017 adaptation of Stephen King's 1986 novel, It. Now, Bill Skarsgård does a phenomenal job portraying the very terrifying Pennywise. Anybody who is not familiar with the movie, the synopsis reads, 7 young outcasts in Maine are about to face their worst nightmare, an ancient, shape-shifting evil that emerges from the sewer every 27 years to prey on the town's children. Banding together over the course of one horrifying summer, these friends must overcome their own personal fears to battle the murderous, bloodthirsty clown known as Pennywise. Now, I personally loved this adaptation of the movie. It was so good. They are already coming out with It Chapter 2, which should take place an additional 27 years later, making it in very modern times. I believe it's going to be 2015 or 2016, I don't quite remember. As in the year where the things are taking place in the film, not the release date. That's up in the air. But for those of you who watch all of my videos, you will know that when I saw this, I screamed in the theaters. It was great. It was everything. It gave me terrible nightmares. I had to sleep with the light on for a couple nights. But so good. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Next on our list begins the television section. If you're not familiar with the amazing 8-season run of Will and Grace, you should definitely go check it out. The cast was phenomenal, it was well written, it's very 90s and early 2000s oriented as it began in September of 1998. There are several gay characters that come in and out of the show. There are 2 main characters that are very openly gay. The dynamic among the cast is amazing through every season. I believe I am in number 6 out of 8. I highly recommend it, and if you're interested in the new series, which is unfortunately very unapologetically anti-Trump, I don't think they should have dabbled in politics this much, but if you're into that kind of thing, you may be interested in seeing the reboot of the series. They are airing episode number 3 on Thursday the 12th, which at this time is tomorrow, but it could be today, depending on when I get this video done. If you're into competitions and fitness, this show might be for you. American Ninja Warrior. I have been watching season 9 on Hulu for the past month. I actually finished it. It was amazing. I loved it. It was, so good. But if you're not familiar with the show, each hour-long qualifying episode takes place in a different city: LA, Dallas, St. Louis, Miami, and Denver. It features contestants attempting to overcome obstacle courses and qualify for the national finals in Las Vegas. Those who make it to Sin City face a 4-stage course modeled after Japan's famed Mount Midoriyama to determine the season's ultimate winner. It's chaos, it's funny, it's intense. Every episode is packed with action, and it speaks for itself. Go watch it. Go. Right now. Pause this video, but come back to it. Go. Another amazing show that speaks for itself, South Park. Back with its 21st season. I believe they are 4 episodes in as of today, at the time of recording. Go watch it. It's hilarious. It's funny. There's an episode very recently where they're talking with Alexa and Siri and the Google one that I don't know the name of. Don't watch it if you have any of those, because it will set off and start adding things to your cart, and while it's funny to watch, it's not so funny to reverse the process of, from what I've heard of viewers. But South Park, probably the best cartoon series that's still on television. Go watch it. Another phenomenal competition-based show that I've been watching on Netflix, The Great British Baking Show. It is a 10-week-long competition, and it is a search for Britain's best amateur baker. 12 passionate baking fans compete for the title. Judges Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood devise 3 challenges faced by the competitors each week. They incorporate a signature bake, which tests their personal and creative flair, a technical bake, which tests their experience, and a showstopper, which lets them showcase their depth of skill and talent. This is my guilty pleasure show. Mock me all you like. I almost went into the baking field. I love baking. It's fun. It's great. And this show is so adorable and so very quintessentially British. Wrapping up our television section in the Check It Out for September is Salem. This 3-season show is everything you ever wanted the Salem witch trials to be. Set in 17th century colonial Massachusetts, a significant time in the history of American politics, religion, and society, Salem brings you the real story behind the infamous witch trials. In Salem, witches are real, and they're behind it all. Salem Village and Salem Town feuded over property, grazing rights, and church rights. The government was dominated by Puritan leaders. People were scrutinized closely, and this resulted in obvious discord. They were afraid of being persecuted for anything that may offend the Puritan mindset. I adored this show as I watched it. I was on the edge of my seat through the entire thing, and I desperately wish that it hadn't been cancelled at the end of 2016. But alas, it was. However, for those of you who are interested in shows that have a definite beginning and end, this 3-season gem offers you exactly that. Next up, we have our music section, which is once again filled with a guilty pleasure. I recently stumbled upon 80s remixes of modern songs, such as Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, Linkin Park's Numb, Justin Bieber's Baby, Katy Perry's Teenage Dream, Ariana Grande's Focus, and so many more. I have links to 2 playlists. One of them only has 3 songs, but they're probably the best ones. And you should just go let this 80s modern experience wash over you. These are created by a variety of YouTube artist type people. They're great. Go check these people out. Give them the kudos they deserve. And let your love of the 80s burn once again. We have one item in the games section this month, and I know you're probably sick of me talking about it, playing it, and posting it, but it is Overwatch. Now, Overwatch is currently $39.99, which is quite a steep price for any game. The Game of the Year edition is $59.99. These drop when the game is on sale, obviously, which is very common to find during the free weekends. You'll notice that for the next 15 weeks since it happened, I will be posting videos from the September free weekend. Last year they had one in November. We're expecting one again in November or December. If it's on sale, that will be $10 off the standard edition, and I believe it's $20 off the Game of the Year edition. If you're not familiar with Overwatch, there are currently 25 unique characters across 4 categories: offense, defense, tank, and support. There are rotating options of game modes in the arcade. Every update brings something new and occasionally takes away something old or lets you re-experience something old. There's also a competitive mode with seasons and one of the best player communities in the gaming industry. I digress. I love Overwatch. I may have a biased opinion on the game, but I'll drop you guys the link to where you can purchase it. Do keep an eye out for the seasonal sales. It is well worth jumping on a sale and waiting for that. While I am a lover of Overwatch, I'm also a very frugal purchaser of games. So there you have it, folks. On to the cosmetics section. I have an old favorite that made a return in my life. Not Your Mother's Way To Grow Long and Strong Shampoo. Now, if you're not familiar with this brand, I own a lot of their products because most of their products do not have any kind of animal byproduct in them. They also don't test on animals, so I am always opting for them over something else. I also use OGX or Organics, which I talked about 2 products of in the last Check It Out video. But this shampoo, I love the way it smells, I love the way it feels, I like how it lets my hair react, it feels really good. It helps it during the winter. There's something about it. It's made with essential vitamins, herbs, and bioactive extracts. It's so great. It makes your hair nice and strong and healthy. Whether or not it makes my hair longer, I don't really know. I already have incredibly fast-growing hair. Yes, I know, I'll shut up. I am lucky to have that. It's also a curse because I have to get my hair cut quite often. But the stuff smells great, it feels nice, it's not heavy, which is always an issue for me because I also don't use conditioner, so shampoos that are heavy are just as bad for me. Go look at it, go read about it. There's a link to the NYM brand's website where you can check it out. Our second and last item in the cosmetics section this month is something for everybody. Not a lot of guys want their hair growing long and strong, but you might want your face clean and clear. So I have for you Biore Charcoal Pore Strips. Now, I have been a lover and a user of the standard Biore pore strips, the nose ones only. I don't really use anything else. I think they make ones for the chin as well. Whether that extends into the charcoal ones, I don't know, so don't take my word on that. But these are great. They say that it removes weeks, yes, weeks, worth of pore gunk with just one strip. It has natural charcoal, and the pore strip sucks out deep down dirt, oil, and blackheads, leaving skin feeling fresh, clean, and 3 times less oily. To use it, you slap it on, wait 10 minutes, and strip it off. Now, I highly recommend going and looking on YouTube at videos for how to make them more effective. On their own with the instructions you're given, yeah, they work, but there are a variety of ways to make them better. I have my own way. It doesn't seem to work for many other people, so I'll just keep that to myself and let you guys do the research, find what you think would be best for you. I like them. They don't really hurt as much as you might think they do. Just don't let them stay on for too much longer than the 10-minute recommendation. The gunk that holds them down, it will eventually pull little bits of skin. It's nothing to be concerned about. But yeah, that's that. They have charcoal ones. Charcoal ones work a little bit better than the original ones, in my opinion. Now we're into our tech and gadgets, etc. section. This month I have for you something that has changed my life, and I am not kidding you. My computer, when we built it almost a year ago, about 11 months ago, I only put a 1 terabyte drive into. Now, if you're not aware, I make a lot of videos, and videos take up tons of space. Now, I don't keep the raw files, but I do keep all of my finished content, because if something were to happen to YouTube, knock on wood, God forbid, I would want to have my content to bring to another platform. So, I've been storing it. I've been storing all of it. All of my finished, completed videos have been sitting on my computer, filed, organized, tidy, but taking up lots of space. About a third of my terabyte drive at the end of 9 months, I believe, was full. It was just content that I had completed. So, I went online and I did some research because I thought these were way more expensive. But I purchased for $70, which, yes, it's a lot, a Western Digital 2 terabyte portable external hard drive, and it's USB 3, so it's nice and quick. This thing is great. It is about the size of a standard men's wallet once it's, folded. A men's wallet, I mean, not the hard drive. You can't do that with hard drives. This thing is great. It's quick, it's sturdy. I feel like if I dropped it, I wouldn't have to worry. Not that I'm planning on dropping it, but this leaves me with the ability to dump stuff onto it, bring it to another computer, another, God forbid, knock on wood, but if something were to happen to my machine, I have all of my content, I can bring it with me to another machine, or I can bring it to a friend's house. It's so convenient to have these. If you have tons of video, tons of photos, assignments, books even, this is something to look into. Yet another phenomenal product that has probably changed my life, or at least my YouTube creator life. I purchased a monthly, weekly planner. For those of you who aren't sure what that means in this large planner, there's a month view, and then there's individual week views where you have all of the days listed for the week. This is great for planning ahead, for figuring out when I have time to record things. If you live with somebody else who makes content like I do, it's a great way to sit down, go, this is my schedule this week, well, this is my schedule this week, and make sure nothing is colliding. You can track things so very easily. It's been phenomenal for me. I'm a month into using it, at least 3 weeks. I'm not quite sure. The dimensions are 8.5 inches wide and 10.25 inches tall. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick, almost 1.5 pounds. There are goals and planning areas. There's a 2-page monthly calendar overview, 2-page vertical weekly overview. I'm reading from the product page. The time for all of the weekdays, not the weekends, but the weekdays, 6 a.m. through 7 p.m. individual lines. Very handy. It's been great. You have a to-do section and a notes section each week. There are marked U.S. holidays, and it's very sturdy. It's pretty awesome. I recommend this for anybody who's in school, if you have a job and a family to balance, if you're just busy in general, or if you're a YouTube creator. And what's a planner without correction tape? Yes! Papermate Liquid Paper Dryline Ultra Correction Tape. This has been a game changer in my planner. I went through one little doohickey of the stuff and I had to purchase a refill pack just the other day. I think I used it across the course of 4 months of pre-planning because I'm trying to get through the holidays. I've got family coming. It's chaos. But I've been trying to figure out what to record, and I keep changing my mind because new games came out. So this stuff is great. It's instantly dry. It's actually never wet. There's an ergonomic shape, means it's really easy to hold in your hand, nice and secure. I have yet to have an issue with the tape itself. It stays on a variety of paper types. Doesn't do so well with anything that's glossy. I imagine it wouldn't stick to that. But it's very mess-free. I push it down after I use it just in case, and I can write on it right off the bat. Right off the bat? No, right off the bat. Oh, this stuff's great. Go look at it. If you're in school, or if you're a teacher, or if you're somebody with a planner, it's probably very helpful. While I don't have any places for you or any channels for you this month, I do have a food item, and it is out of place, and it is delicious. If you have a restaurant called Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, often just referred to as Freddy's, then you're in luck. Otherwise, grab a pie and some ice cream and your blender, because you can probably make this at home. But if you're like me and you're very lazy, you can go down to Freddy's and get a pumpkin pie Conrete. Now, I'm not in the hype for that pumpkin spice shit. It doesn't taste good. It's pretty gross. I'm sorry, Starbucks. It doesn't taste good. There's something wrong. Especially considering you didn't have pumpkin until one of the recent years. So what the hell were you feeding us? This, though, they literally take a slice of pumpkin pie and dump it into the custard. It's so good. There's probably a bajillion calories in it. But just because they giveth doesn't mean they don't taketh away. This thing will be gone at some time in December. They haven't told us yet. So it's also only at participating locations. I mean, ours has it, so I imagine most would too. If you have a Freddy's, go check their website, put in your, why did I want to say PIN? Your zip code. There we go. I'm coming to the end of this video and losing my dyslexic mind. Go to your Freddy's, see if they have it. If they do, try it. It's a game changer. Yes, you can make it at home, but I'm lazy. And that's going to be it for this check it out video. All of the links to the products will be in the description below. I cannot promise that the links will not be invalid a year from now, but I have what I have for you when I have it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!